There we go.
Get your yang in the background.
Yeah. All right. So, welcome to V Theory Podcast. This is my co-host, Reed Bedouib, or Danny Egert.
Danielle.
Daniel. And today we got this is the fourth episode, and we're going to start right off. Kobe Bryant died on Monday.
Yes.
And today would be, so it's like 4 days. Everyone had
Sunday.
time.
Wasn't it Sunday?
Yeah. Was it?
Feels like it was.
Yeah.
5 minutes ago. Still that real.
So now people have time to adjust, and some stories coming out, and it ended up being 9 total people dead.
Yes. Pilot.
Yeah, and then the families,
Daughter's friend, her father.
basketball family.
Her mother, was she on board too?
No, just her. They're going to her and her teammates.
Right.
That's where the extra.
That's where the teammate and her father came into play. But the
Not
teammate's
just
mother.
her, but other women. I think not.
Or they
have other people involved with the basketball thing.
Oh, I see. I was
one
curious.
of them was like a baseball. I think he was just there to get a ride.
I wasn't sure if it was an assistant of his or who the other individuals were, but
in fact, my cousin met the baseball coach guy. He's a youth baseball coach, I believe.
And he was on board with him. Yeah,
and his real work is the scout for the Red Sox.
Oh, he's a Red Sox scout.
Yeah,
okay.
He's one of the best scouts. That's how Kobe knows of him and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, this is the first I've heard.
And I guess like one of the daughters play baseball or something too. That's how.
And she was along with him.
No, they're like, oh, let's go. I can give you a ride. Avoid the traffic.
Just tag along.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
And then he can just go off from there. Yeah, because he
That's
lives
terrible.
there. Yeah.
Now Kobe, he used that helicopter for a long time.
So
right?
he did it like almost every day.
I read somewhere that him and his wife had a pact that they'd never be on the helicopter
she didn't
at the
like
same
helicopters,
time.
Yeah.
She wasn't.
Yeah, she didn't like.
It's a good thing, though. I mean, could you imagine?
Yeah, now it's like retrospect. She should never go in limos.
It's a good thing.
If you make a mistake in a limo, you can correct it or something.
Right. I mean, helicopters are supposed to be one of the safest ways of traveling, right? Especially compared to airplanes and stuff.
Well, so the reports were coming out that visibility was bad
because of the fog.
Yeah, and it could have been mechanical errors too. So like two things together.
They haven't come out. I mean, I'm sure they're still investigating. But
they said they were 30 feet off compared to the
30 feet
by the wreckage. They're 30 feet off from what they were supposed to be.
Oh, so they were off course and everything.
Yeah, of the altitude.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because 30 feet doesn't seem that much when you're up there.
Right, but I mean it's enough to clip a tree. So they're not saying that there's any mechanical failure or anything at this point. It was just so far it was just the fog, and they're still trying to determine what actually brought the plane down.
No, if it's 30 feet. They hit the ground and they're still with a 15 feet clearance, I believe.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they're off by a lot.
So they were trying to land, or?
Well, that's where the sputtering.
I see.
Comes into play. We don't. I mean.
Yeah, because eyewitnesses did hear the sputtering of the helicopter. I did hear that.
So we don't know exactly what happened.
So there's no new news.
It could be mechanical because he's trying to pull up,
trying to correct what's.
But it could have been corrected if he was maybe visible. They could have made emergency landing or something. But since it was so off, that's why they said the fog, because they said the fog was pretty thick that day.
Right. I'm kind of anxious to see if there was, what that sputtering that people were talking about. Whether that was some type of failure or mechanical issues with the actual chopper itself.
So now they're gonna, that's where the investigation comes into play.
Man.
Like how many maintenance they do it,
right?
And and now so we got Gianna or Gigi, the oldest daughter, I believe.
Right.
He has $5, I believe.
Yes.
So
5? I thought it was 4.
Or
was it 5?
4, maybe 4.
Let's look it up.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Let's look it up real quick. It's definitely worth knowing, in my opinion.
Okay, so
terrible news. I didn't expect
So I just put Kobe Bryant, right, and then let's go into his personal. Right?
Yeah, I was shocked when I heard the news. I didn't want to believe it, of course. And then my brother, I was waiting for him to wake up because he's been a Lakers fan since he was old enough to.
Oh, gee. Okay, is that good? Oh, that's too small.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, let's see here.
Personal life. Dude, he has so much accomplishment, you know. Like, it's all, my
wiki page.
My wiki page is he was born somewhere.
Right. Hey, at least you got one. Shit, I probably don't have a wiki page.
I'm just saying, right now, if you filled it up, it was like he was born somewhere. You know.
Yeah, right. He lives in this town, and that's
this
about
is
it.
his parents, so right? We don't have like a basketball legacy, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm still scrolling, dude.
Well, we'll just assume he's got 4 kids, right?
Yeah. He's just so much information. How many kids?
The second to youngest?
How many kids did... It's probably one of the big ones, right? A lot of searches.
Yeah. Okay, he had 4 children.
Okay, there you go.
Gigi, of course, is the oldest. We knew that. And then the thirdest one, right? Blanca? Blanca was the one
Capri, Bianca, Natalia, and Gigi.
Yeah, so it was Bianca that was in the plane, right?
No, it's Gigi.
It was so it was his oldest.
It was his oldest, yeah.
I was gonna say because she's
the 13-year-old basketball star supposedly. He created the academy for her.
I see.
You know what I mean? So she can practice and everything.
God, that's tragic, man. Everybody seems like everyone, you know, whether they agreed with him or liked him or not, is still mourning the guy, you know, except for the one. Oh God, the one comedian that
everyone is getting everyone worked up for only 1 minute.
And his reaction too. I mean, it could have been just a 5-second clip of that sentence and his reaction to what he was saying.
Pretty much, he's just saying, I enjoy this day that he died. That's what Ari Shaffir said. And like, you know, all because he should have been a Charlotte Hornet or something.
Yeah, I would say look it up, but it's not even worth.
And then he would say about the rape charges.
Not even worth.
Like, this guy's a rapist. That's just like.
Yeah, I mean, he quickly killed his career. And
now the issue is he's Joe Rogan's. Joe Rogan, you know, has some power.
He's tied with Joe Rogan. He's one of his friends.
Close friends.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Joe Rogan has defended him a lot in the past, especially the drugging his friend thing.
When the comedian slipped his buddy what was it, ecstasy in a drink as a joke or something?
Yeah. And it was during his podcast at his house with his kids there.
It's a pretty dark sense of humor.
You know what I mean? Dark sense of humor. Ari Shaffir went to his house. This guy's named Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer. Okay.
Yeah, okay. And, you know, he does his podcast like me.
Right.
It's like you come here and you drug my coat while we do this podcast.
Wow.
While my kids and my wife is right there.
God, what a shitty kind of individual.
Dude, that's when I said this guy's done with me. You know, he's not even that funny. You know what I mean?
No, has Joe Rogan came out and said anything about defending him?
No, dude, Joe's right.
I mean, I don't think he would defend him, but
I don't know what Joe will do, to be honest. I know Joe.
You don't think he'd agree with it? That's for damn sure.
Joe will probably give him a podcast to let him redeem himself and like
explain why he said that.
And everyone's gonna fall for it, but the guy's just justifying his asshole behavior.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I mean. This is not his first fucked up, you know.
I mean, I see where he's thinking of shock value out of it, but
he's
still,
like the T.O. of comedians, you know. That's
dickish.
You know how T.O. pisses everyone off, like
degenerate or whatever you say. Yeah,
I know.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you know, like just because he's Jewish, he's gonna hide behind that. That's the kind of guy he is.
Really?
Yeah, he'll use. Yeah.
I don't think people are gonna fall for that. I think they're gonna see right through whatever the fuck he has to say. You know, because that's brutal, man. That is brutal.
Well, you're talking bad with the black guy. You're playing the race wars, you know.
That's insane. Yeah, Kobe was loved by fucking everybody, dude. Everybody. You know what I mean? People that weren't even basketball fans, like your brother, knew who he was. You know?
Yeah.
It's insane.
He was pretty much Mr. L.A.
Right.
You know, he ruled
was,
L.A.
What, 41 years old when he passed? 41.
Yeah.
And he came in. I know he skipped college and signed directly with the NBA. So he went to the Hornets, right?
Yeah.
And then how did that whole trade, like I know you said he forced a trade. How did that conspire? Like how did that go down? Who did they trade for? What was the reason? Was he just bitching at the ownership and the owners were like, all right, fuck it, let's trade you?
It's very fuzzy.
Yeah, because I'm just the average.
He was a 2000
bandwagon. Well, I don't want to say bandwagon, but
draft.
as close as you can get to being a bandwagon fan without actually climbing on board the motherfucker.
So,
you know what I mean? I've always liked the Lakers and shit, but
let's just look at this then.
I don't know the details.
Okay, I gotta do this.
So was that number 1 pick? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
For that year.
Yeah, Allen Iverson, right?
So it went to Charlotte, and they picked Bryant.
Who?
The Hornets.
Where's that at?
No, well, that's what I was just asking. He went.
I don't.
Right there, it shows 13.
Yeah. He was a mid-round. Yeah. So he went to the Charlotte, and they traded him right away, because he just said, "I'm not playing for Charlotte," if I remember correctly.
It's similar to the whole Eli Manning and Phillip Rivers kind of incident. I don't want to play for this city or this team.
Yes.
Kind of thing. Well, I mean, I'm sure one could argue that if he did stay in Charlotte, he wouldn't, have the.
But he was a high school player.
Right.
That's what pissed everyone off.
Yeah, a lot of people.
How are you a high school guy when Allen Iverson played 4 years?
Right. Yeah. So Iverson came out of Georgetown. He was in that draft class. He went number 1.
Yeah, he played 4 years for Georgetown.
Who else do I recognize on that list?
That's it. Ray Allen. Antoine Walker, maybe.
Antoine Walker. I do recognize that name.
Steve Nash went under behind.
From Kentucky. Steve Nash.
Yeah, that White Wonder.
Hey, 4 names.
Wonder.
Oh, I do remember that. Yes, he was from Kentucky, right? Or
yeah, he played for the Suns. He played for the Mavericks.
The Mavericks. I remember seeing a Sports Center show.
And then he played for the Lakers.
For ESPN show about.
He played for the Lakers 1 year.
Did he really?
Before he retired.
And that's Steve Nash, right?
Yeah. Oh wait, let me put this up. There you go.
Yeah. Let's see my big ass titties we showed. Okay, so he went to Charlotte and didn't want to stay. I mean, Charlotte obviously wanted him, right? I'm assuming.
Huh?
The Hornets, Charlotte Hornets. They wanted him to stay.
Yeah.
And they gave in to his demands. We're like, fuck it, we're going to trade you.
Yeah.
Okay.
They traded him for a couple of veterans or something like that.
Gotcha. All right. So, and then he stayed in LA his entire time, thank God. And 20 years is what he played?
Yeah.
20 years. Now, I know what was his highest scoring game? I know he had a game where he scored, 68 or 66 against
80 points, dog.
Toronto.
Almost got to Wilt Chamberlain's.
Damn. And that was against what, the Raptors?
I don't remember. I just remember 80 points.
Look it up, man, because I'm okay. I think it was the Raptors or...
Kobe's 80, right?
I know he had a 66 as well. And then when he went out, his last game before he retired...
You want to watch it?
Yeah, I'd love to watch it, but I don't know if you want to do that on a podcast. Well, we can.
I don't care.
Look at that.
Remember, I don't
8.9 million views.
You remember? I don't care, right?
Okay.
I need the views more than anything.
Yeah. Let's watch this real quick.
I don't care. It's not like anyone. It's not like
in 3 minutes.
It's gonna hurt me or anything.
Right. It was against Toronto Raptors. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
There's that fadeaway we were talking about earlier.
Oh, there you go.
Another tough shot. Some of the rookies, of course, at this point hitting the wall halfway through the season as Kobe knocks it down the other night. In fact, his worst shooting night in a month. Here's Kobe. Sweet move.
Besides, when you think about it, I mean, it's off topic. Let's watch this first.
Everybody wants 57 straight. Make it 58. He's up to 50.
Look at him, man.
59 now. 59.
59 free throws in a row.
He's still going.
3-pointer there.
That was at 23. Oh.
And this was in 2007, 2006.
So that was like 11 years after he was drafted. Right? 10 years. He's a 10-year veteran.
Yeah, he had already won, what, 3 championships at that point?
Yeah.
Kobe has been going, and he keeps it going with the backhand layup. Brian again for the late baseline out again. Just yo-yoing the dribble and stops at the top.
Oh, jeez.
Ball to see if he can add to it.
Jeez.
That accuracy, though. He's not even waiting for the rest of the team. He's
the
just
NBA
shooting
channel.
it.
If we gotta give props.
Yeah, the NBA YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Decides to go up with him. Gets him moving on. Here's Kobe again. Yes, sir. Kobe all the way. Reverse.
God, you can't stop him all over the place.
Kobe. Great hustle by Kobe.
Then he steals it. Slams it.
Lakers lead. Oh, great pass. Kobe.
So it was in LA, not in Toronto, but it was against the Raptors.
Yeah.
Worried of all the shot. Nobody helping right now defensively, so he only takes the 15. Kobe counted foul. Kobe goes straight to the dribble in the lane.
Wow.
You see why shooting guard is so dangerous, right? They cut into that hole.
They can stay outside and shoot.
Yeah.
They can run up the middle. They can come in the backside.
They're like quick strikes, you know. They're so fast. You gotta have speed. Like,
Damn.
that's the one thing you gotta have.
He's just knocking them
Yeah,
down.
you know? And if you could shoot, it's like you're in the clay top. You know, like look at him. Man. I don't see LeBron doing that. You know, what I mean? Just shooting from there, shooting from there.
27.
This guy had all the range.
I see it. Here's number 1. Do you believe it? This one would be to tie Wilt for number 2, and the next one would be to pass.
MVP.
There's the tie at 78. There's the pass, 79. 80.
This would be 18 for 20 from the line.
81. 43 seconds left in the fourth.
Game. 55.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed the second greatest scoring for
Dang.
NBA history.
Well, there you go.
Unbelievable.
So, like, dude, you know what's kind of sad, though?
Wyatt, did you bring me here?
I think it's time we throw.
You know what's kind of sad? You know the 100-point game, the NBA record?
Yeah.
Wilt Chamberlain?
Mm-hmm.
Never televised.
Really? It wasn't televised?
Yeah, yes.
Wow.
Back then, they didn't televise.
And that was, I thought it was like 104, but it was 100 points, huh?
100 points, yeah.
Jesus
Wilt
Lord.
Chamberlain's record. There's one thing we got to do.
That is insane. Talk about a freak of nature, man.
Minutes,
My
seconds?
God.
Minutes, seconds. Okay.
18 minutes. All right. Got 12 minutes. 12. So let's just continue on the subject.
So 81 points. That was the
It's
second
81
highest.
points, yeah. Huh?
In
That's the second highest, yeah.
2006. So his last game, he scored 66.
60 something.
61.
Point.
I know it was crazy, 60
something,
points.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, like his shooting percentage just kept going down. He was never as fast.
Right,
You know, like
like
but he,
everybody,
yeah.
Father Time comes knocking, and then, you know what I mean, what can you do?
Well, yeah, he didn't want to, because he said, like, I played an extra 4 years.
Right, 20 years. Now, he had 3 rings or 4? I thought he had 4. Only 3, huh? That was with Phil Jackson.
No. So this is how you will remember Kobe Bryant. He's one step behind the greatest. 24, right?
Right.
23, 5, and 6.
Gotcha.
Just by one.
So he won 5. I was going to say, because I remember one of those years, didn't he have like 3 in a row, 4 in a row?
3 in a row with Shaq.
With Shaq and Phil Jackson.
And 2 with Paul Gasol and all that.
Crazy. I remember one of those, we were coming back from Oakland, me and Steve were driving back with his family and stuff, and they were going off in LA. It was the last game of the series, and they won, and it was nuts, man. There was riots. They were saying people were just going crazy. And that was in, 05, 06? Or it was probably around the time of that game, I'm assuming. Give or take a year or two. But that's insane, man. One of the greatest basketball players ever, you know?
Yeah.
At 41 years old.
And you know what?
He was just starting to get his... I thought he was starting to do... he wanted to become a writer, and he was doing writing projects and stuff.
He was doing, like, movies. Like he was writing
scripts for movies.
Yeah, because he made his basketball one, and he had a lot of input in it, and so he decided, like, I want to do some children's stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know, involving basketball, of course.
Right. Kids' movies, pretty much.
I don't know exactly. So I don't know if he was writing or anything, but I heard that's what.
Let's type that up real quick. I know. So he he was born in Italy, and his father played for. His father didn't play for the NBA, right? He played for the some Italian or European basketball league. Let's see. No, okay, American professional basketball. So, coach of the father, late LA Lakers guard. Okay, so
yeah, I'm curious about this. Let's look at his career. So he was never an NBA. Okay. No, that's his coach. Okay, well, what is it? Professional career? Oh, he was
the San Diego Clippers. Okay,
and the Houston Rockets.
Portland Trail, but eventually lost.
So he was a veteran. So he wasn't some suck ass.
Okay, so he was in the NBA then.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I should know that. You know what I mean?
Well, but he wasn't that good. He's probably like a bench guy. You know what I mean? I never heard of him.
I think he was more than a bench guy.
Let's see here.
Despite that, and a 46-point effort by Bryant's teammate, World to Be Free. Hey, there's a name I haven't heard in quite a while. So let's look at his stats. Yeah.
There it is. Oh. But this is career
overall, yeah.
NBA. Okay, 14 points. Okay,
that's not too bad. Rebounds 4.7 per game.
Like a starter, yeah. He's definitely a starter.
I saw a interview with Kobe, and they were talking about his dad.
Yeah.
And he said when he was 14, he beat the socks off his dad, and his dad refused to play him anymore.
Think about it. He doubled his dad.
Right.
He doubled his dad's stats.
So he was born in Italy.
He fucked over his assists, you know. Kobe has like 4 assists a game.
Right. That's at 1.9 for his father.
Like doubles, yeah.
Okay, so when did he start? He spent 07-08 coaching the Apache Japan.
That's the coaching. Okay, that's coaching.
That's his dad's part of the coaching.
Okay, I don't know when he started. Okay, let's see here.
Yeah, 90. Scroll up a little bit. As a coach, he started in 92.
Oh, you want to know his playing career?
I don't see any professional. Yeah, as a player. So 75 season for the Sixers. The
final was 83.
75 to 79 for the Sixers.
So he played 8 years.
Came to the Clippers for, 3-4 years in the Houston Rockets, and then that was the last. So in 83 was his last time playing for an actual NBA.
Yeah, that's what it says, yeah. And then he went on to play college.
Coached all around the world.
That's about the Italy League. That's where he got born, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at he played the Italy League that year.
His father was also born in Italy?
No, he was playing in Italy while Kobe got born.
When Kobe was born.
Yeah.
And then they moved over here when Kobe was, 5 or something?
I'm guessing. I don't know exactly what his story is. I just know that they went to Philly after Italy.
Yeah, I know he played in kids leagues and
he was like the top prospect from everything.
There was a game he put up over 60 points on a kid when he was 8 years old. They were saying insane. Okay, so then when he was 17, he decided to skip. God, a 17-year-old making that decision.
Yeah.
You know, and then having the cockiness that he had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like LeBron James, who was already 6'7" his senior year.
Right.
He can grow 1 more inch, and he's 6'7". Kobe was he was 6'4", but he was really skinny.
He didn't have a lot of.
He was like 180 pounds or something like that. Isn't that you know how skinny that is?
And then that attitude of I'm going to be the greatest player, and you guys just don't know it.
He bulked up. Yeah, he bulked up.
That probably turned a lot of people's eyes and rubbed them the wrong way and shit, but. Crazy. So completely skipped college, went in there and just dominated. It took him 2 years before he was actually doing
2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years before he was really starting to show off. And
I remember they gave him a rating of 60 in his rookie year.
Really?
Yeah.
And then how far off did Shaquille O'Neal come in? When did he come in? His 7th, 8th year or so. All right, it was pretty early in his career, right?
Yeah. I remember he was playing with some few scrubs at the time. So he came in the 96. He was adjusting, and in 99.
Okay,
so 3 years, still 3 years. He just playing with scrubs. The first 2 years sucked ass, and then I remember the third year he was starting average 21
That's
points.
When he started to shine.
Yeah. And then when Shaq came in and he's like 25 points, he just scored it.
Now when did he name himself the Black Mamba?
I don't remember that.
That came from that.
That's like a little later.
Where the snake comes out and bites the guy in the trailer.
That movie's '94, so.
Really?
Right?
Yeah. That's when that's the movie you got that from. I didn't know that either until I was watching some things this week about.
So I don't know when he decided.
It's good. It's a good name though.
Yeah, because it's like you're dangerous, like strike at any moment. Yeah. that's his style.
Yeah,
right?
that's him. He can shoot
from anywhere.
That sucks, man. Terrible loss, that's for sure.
Yeah, and let's look at his one blemish. Okay, and it was kind of hard to talk about, but the white girl in Colorado.
Oh, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, what this girl had.
Yeah. What was the story behind that? Because I didn't really pay attention too much.
Okay, so
the name and who it was, and
you know what? We probably should watch one.
Yeah. Because I'd like
let's look at it.
Actually, learn the whole story about it, and
Let's be fair, because I was kind of fuzzy on it, but I remember the big details. It started off as I remember she had like other DNA in her panties.
Okay.
And they actually scanned the panties to see if she was raped.
Tested them and stuff.
Yeah, and and they said it was fresh sperm or something, and then the lawyers argue that that could be before or after they had sex or whatever.
Right. So in the end, she ended up getting some type of settlement. I mean, but by that point, the damage is done. People are, you know what I mean.
Right here?
Caitlin Faber's her name.
We don't 6-minute documentary?
Yeah, let's go ahead and watch that.
Okay, we'll watch this and then we'll take a break.
It's not going to change my opinion or outlook on his life and accomplishments
music, right? We don't
at all. No, especially if it's subtitled.
Okay, so we'll add commentary then. We're the commentary guys. So some say Kobe raped her. This is the story. Some say he didn't. Right? It all started in June 30th. Okay. So let's see.
19-year-old employee. Okay. So she was working at the venue that he was at?
Yeah, I remember that. And if I remember, she wasn't even that cute.
Okay.
There's a picture of her somewhere. Said he committed adultery but is innocent. Single count of felony sexual assault. Okay.
Remember his wife?
That's kind of
pissed off. Yeah. She was right here. It's showing. She was right there by him.
Yeah. I remember he bought a $4 million ring. It was the biggest ring available.
So this was, when did they say, 2006?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're on 3 rings.
Yeah.
He runs trial. Okay.
Yeah, unmute it. See if the music's off. Because I want to hear what he's saying.
No, it's just music.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pleads guilty to making phone threats.
Death threat?
Yeah.
So they did arrest him.
Yes.
Initially.
They even have I remember the photo.
Almost 15 hours after.
The accuser faces riot for the first time since the incident. Testified 3 hours behind doors about her sexual history. Defensive lawyer said that she's promiscuous, if I remember. She feels her safety, of course, right?
All the Kobe fans.
Yeah.
Calling her out.
He pleads not guilty, of course. The judge orders to turn over the records of cell phones and text. This is where he fucked her.
Within hours.
Because she had a former boyfriend, and she kept fucking him even afterwards, according to the records, right?
Defense arguments determine plaintiff's guilt. Okay.
He later rejects defense request.
So it seems like the judge kind of
knew
what was what was going on.
You know, this guy's really famous. And who is she? You know, like,
accused of offering to kill accuser for 3 So 3 years in prison after pleading guilty to reduced charges.
It's just some random nut. You know,
right?
Nothing to do with this. Yeah,
mega fan or
Okay, so they use some evidence, like the T-shirt. That's where they fucked them too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they like, why is there so many sperm on this? Not only did he was fucking her, she was fucking in the shirt.
Right.
With the shirt on. That means she was fucking with the shirt on.
After encounter. So that kind of, if she was boning someone else directly after it, you know.
Yeah.
Half a day after, that kind of.
Yeah. It's all in the evidence. She didn't think it was that. It's gonna be.
Sealed appeal. Sexual. Yeah, because that's gotta be.
That's important, right?
Yeah.
It turned out that she was a hoe. That was all the trial was about. It's like, she wasn't like some virgin or something.
She wasn't credible, right? Couldn't trust her. Yeah, okay, this is what I want to see.
So I remember that.
So did they dismiss it and then they just...
I think they just dismissed it, yeah. No, I think she took a settlement or something like that.
Room separately. Oh, they tried to auction it off, like the furniture. He was named in Mason 508.
She got paid off. I remember that.
Yeah, that's what I was curious. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be an undisclosed amount.
We don't know. Yeah, I remember that she got paid off because she couldn't win the trial. I remember. Right.
Right. Yeah, because it was
going to be like, it was going to be thrown out anyways. Yeah.
Makes you wonder if she was just trying to get paid.
Yeah, that's what everyone said.
You know. Yeah, because I mean,
he didn't want to pay her at first, and then he's like, okay.
Yeah, because I mean,
after that trial, yeah. And then she got paid.
Yeah, just to have your name in that type of shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That alone
is pretty crazy, right?
Is enough to really, yeah. Okay, so that's... Now, did the court throw it out, or did they...
No, she backed off.
She backed off?
Yes.
Okay. So, she was trying to get paid. They gave her some shit, enough to keep her happy, and fucking... Wow.
And this guy, like, but now people hating on Kobe. I was making jokes of it during the time, you know.
Yeah.
But I knew it was like, this is just some hoe, dude. We know these hoes.
Trying to.
Yeah, she came up because this was Kobe Bryant. She knew when she came up there.
The next couple of years.
Yeah, she knew she came up there. It's like it came down to, what do you believe was going to happen? That's what the defense attorney. Like, oh, you're just going to believe that he's just going to talk to you?
Yeah, I mean, having sexual relations, 12 hours after the fact. I mean, if you were raped, you'd be freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'd be talking to your friends, trying to figure out what the fuck to do. Your family.
They're just saying that she was like emotionally distraught when she did that.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's hard to say because everyone's different. But,
well, this is lawyer speak.
Most people wouldn't.
Yeah.
Go and fucking.
All right, let's take this break then. I'm fired up, dog.
Right.
Okay. I'm tired of this Patrick Mahomes cock sucking.
The Mahomie hype.
Yes, Mahomes needs time. He needs time in the pocket to do his magic. I don't care if he breaks the line breaks down and he does his scramble shit. The Niners are ready for it.
So they're going to be able to chase his ass down and keep him contained.
Like, guess who's just as fast or even faster than him? Bosa and Ford.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And Ford is healthy, looking good, ready to rock.
And it's like, if we blitz, it's going to break.
You don't think he's going to be able to... Yeah, because you guys got good players coming from all angles on that defense. You know what I mean?
They say that our Niners have never seen an offense this great. They've never seen a defense this solid. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because, I mean, you guys got Sherman on the one side and the back end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that kind of limits... I'm curious to see if Mahomes tests the hell out of Sherman and throws it his way a couple times.
What I mean? Like,
You know, I'd like to see that, and I'd love to see him.
And think about it.
A couple times.
The Texans can score 24 points in one quarter.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what they're not talking about.
Right.
And I see that as, dude, we won.
Right.
The 24 points, we won.
Yeah, because they didn't have the defense to keep them boys.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Keep them fucking where they need to be and shit behind the fucking...
They had one of the best defenses in the league, corners. Right? The Texans? Mm-hmm. But ours is better.
Yeah, you guys have the number one, right? Or the number two? No, you guys are number one in the run, so that's another aspect. I'm curious to see what Kansas City's defense is going to be able to do as far... I mean, I know Andy Reid's a good coach. He'll come up with schemes to fucking counter what you guys are doing and learn what you guys are doing quickly, but when it comes down into the trenches, is the Kansas City guys up front going to be able to stop?
We can beat them in the trenches, both sides.
Right.
Right?
I agree.
It's over.
I think
we can beat them on both sides of the ball.
I think the linemen,
Yeah, that's what they're not talking about.
And your defense.
We both know, and how many years have I drilled into your head, it all starts in the offensive line. You know, if their offensive line's not ready for our pass rush, it's going to be a blowout.
As a Charger
fan,
they
will.
I know way too much about that statement.
Yes, absolutely. You know,
absolutely.
And guess what? Our offensive line is one of the best.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's how we ran all those. That's why we only passed 6 times.
You know, I don't want to say this, but it would be nice to see Jimmy G actually throw the ball down the field and, you know what I mean, and scorch him for 30, 40 yards here on some badass pass plays if it's needed. But if it's not needed, I don't see.
No, dude, I have a feeling.
I don't see Schottenheimer doing it.
They're going to air it out.
You think so?
It's because everyone is so focused on the run game. Kyle Shanahan has to do something.
He
might do
a whole bag of tricks.
He's just for this, you know what I
mean? Right. So you think even if it's not needed, they're going to come out and throw it?
Yeah, just to throw him off balance, and then go back to the run or something.
Try to keep him honest.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
God, I can't wait for this.
Because they're gonna have 8 guys. They're gonna have 8 guys on the line. You know.
I want to see how Mahomes reacts to them boys coming at him from the defense. I want to see if he's able to get out and outrun him and outplay him. That's going to be pretty damn interesting. I'd love to see him get hit a couple times.
He'll make some touchdowns that way. Yeah.
See how he reacts after getting punched in the mouth a couple times. You know what I mean?
But yeah, we'll sack him a few times. Maybe not even sack him, but just cause an interception. You know,
ruffle him up.
And
move him around a little.
We did it to every quarterback
that you guys have played this year. So far.
Even the great Lamar Jackson has thrown a little. You know,
And like you were saying earlier, you guys play Russell Wilson, which
the only one who didn't
similar.
The only one who didn't was Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, yeah.
And Jimmy G pulled us through with almost 400 yards.
Yeah, that was one of his better games this year, right? Yeah. As far as throwing, passing, and stuff.
When we want him to pass, he
can pass if he needs to.
Yes. And people are like,
I haven't watched any games.
Oh, Jimmy G sucks so bad. He reminds me
of have to run it, and he can't throw it. And
I get a lot of that from nowadays, especially because of that game.
It seems like a lot of those people saying that are guys that
only
watched
we're gonna win, because
maybe 2 9-year games. You know what I mean? The last game.
I bet you the Chiefs aren't freaking sleeping on the fucking Jimmy G though.
They're smart.
They
can't. No,
it's a Super Bowl. Yeah.
It's a Super Bowl. Even if they did have that opinion about him, they couldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, if you're gonna disrespect his throw, then it's like an automatic win.
Right. It's gonna be interesting, man. I can't wait.
They're not. I can't fucking wait. They have 2 weeks to prepare for him. I'm pretty sure they'll find something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're gonna have to do something. Otherwise, it's just gonna be extremely.
They're gonna have to go for 4th downs, stuff like that. But everyone's saying the Chiefs will win. Like Mahomes is the answer. It's because they're so mesmerized by the pass.
No,
that's just one aspect in 25% of the game, right? You forgot about the run game. You forgot about the defense. You forgot about the special teams.
You
know what I mean? You forgot all of this stuff.
Now,
they only have the pass.
What's the toughest defense Kansas City has played this year? The Patriots, you think? They did play the Patriots once this year, right? Let's look at their schedule, because I'm
Titans twice. They lost to the Titans, I think.
The Titans got them twice.
Yeah. Okay, look at Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what their schedule was like. I mean, I'd love to be able to say that we beat them twice, the Chargers, but unfortunately, that's not this year.
Is this it?
Or next year, most likely. This is divisional playoffs. So, okay, there we go. Week 1, they played Jacksonville.
We beat Jacksonville.
The Raiders,
okay,
the Ravens. Lost to the Colts. They beat the Ravens 33-28.
This game right here. Oh, but this is what the...
We're looking at defenses, though. Strong defenses. So they beat the Ravens week 3. Who else? Texans. They lost to the Texans.
Okay.
Week 6. The Packers have a decent defense.
But they beat them. Oh, see?
They lost to the Packers. They did beat Minnesota by 3.
No, this is when he was injured, though, Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Yeah, these losses. Okay, this is the game that everyone's talking about.
The Titans game. That's when Mahomes was back. He was playing. He was out there slinging it, right? Their defense is
not that great.
So they lost by 3, held them to 32 points. Okay.
Yeah, right. Their defense is not that great. You guys beat them? Oh, you guys lost. Okay, yeah. That's it.
And those are the other. So the Bears, Bengals.
Their schedule is pretty weak.
So they did
lost
not
to the Pittsburgh. Okay, how about that? They scored 7 points to Pittsburgh.
That was preseason.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Looks like. So they. Okay, wait. Scroll back down. Week 14, they did play New England.
And
they did win, but New England held them to 23 points. So it's possible to hold those guys to, 3 touchdowns.
And they played weak defenses these times.
And you guys played them in the preseason, it looks like.
Yeah.
And beat them. I think that's going to be, it's obvious it's going to be a huge factor on whether they can score on your guys' defense or not. But
you guys held them to 24.
Right.
So, and ours defense is much better, right?
Oh, God, yes. So
if you guys can do it,
yeah, I think you guys can really,
when you look
really stick it to them.
At it, look at that stats. Our schedule is much tougher. We were battle tested. You know what I mean?
You guys had
we have the
excellent
better record. Yeah,
played the tougher teams.
Yeah, we played all the tough teams pretty much.
So when they
the only team we
beat Baltimore,
was the Chiefs, right?
So week 3 when the Chiefs,
the Chiefs.
So when the Chiefs played Baltimore in week 3, Mahomes wasn't playing.
Yeah. No, I think that's the game he got in. No, he was playing.
He was playing week 3.
Yeah.
Now their offensive line.
They went to 5-0 with him or something.
Their offensive line, it's they're decent.
Good,
their center and then their right tackle or right guard is pretty decent. The other guys just Eric Fisher.
Yeah, they're okay, but
and then the other guys are pretty much average.
Offensive line was better.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys got in there and got after that ass. So,
they might score 21, 25 points, but that's where Jimmy G comes into play.
Both playing in Miami, too, in a neutral freaking place.
Everyone's saying it's close, but I think he might have a bad game, Mahomes. And so it would be 10.
I'd like to see them boys get up in there and, get a sack or 2 early in the game and see how he responds. I think he's capable of responding and doing what it takes, but that's a tough ass defense, man.
Dude,
you know what I mean? That is a tough defense. That's what I'm saying. So the first part of the field is pretty damn limited, and then you basically only have maybe the middle one side.
And then Tart
because Sherman's over there.
Ward. We have all these. Damn, we're so stacked on defense. And we have backups in our line. You guys have 5-6 sacks.
You guys have a good depth, good depth chart.
They're having sacks their own,
God, man, I wish it was tonight. I can't wait.
And you know why we don't get that many sacks? Because they try to run on us. Because we were causing fumbles. Yeah.
Yeah, because your guys' pass offense.
Too dangerous. Yeah.
Pass rush is just so solid.
Yeah, they have to do that 5-yard passes and stuff.
Right. Which you guys are still susceptible to, right?
Yeah.
But
okay, yeah. We'll let them have it.
Right, but if you guys got the ball most of the time and you run it down their throats and you eat the clock up, they're not going to be able to go for those. No, they're going to have to go down the field.
It's a bad matchup for them, and no one sees it really except for the coaches.
Hill is obviously going to be covered by Sherman, right? On the plays.
No, we don't play that
when it's feasible. So you guys aren't going to throw your best defender against their.
No.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
This is going to be interesting. I wonder if Kettle gets any targets, I'm sure Shanahan's got something drawn up for that, man.
Dude, Kittle might break it.
You think so?
Yeah, he might be because everything's so much focused on Jerzerick.
Right.
You know what I mean? On Rose Mower.
Yeah,
Mostert, everything. Like even what's his name, Debo Samuels. They're like, oh, watch out, Sanders.
I don't even know those names.
You know, Debo Samuels. Remember that? He was the only one who caught 3 passes in our game.
Okay.
And they couldn't tackle him. Remember?
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, he's a rookie. That's why you don't know.
Okay, he's a rookie. That was my next question. Where'd he come from?
He's our rookie.
What school is he from?
Illinois.
Illinois.
I don't remember.
Not even a big school, but. Oh, this is going to be epic, man.
Yeah, he's a running back.
This is going to be
He's 5'10", 220.
And he had 200 yards and 4 touchdowns?
No, that's Mostert.
Mostert?
Yeah, he was cut by 18.
Yeah, he's been around for a while, right? A couple years.
He's a 6-year veteran, yeah.
6-year vet.
He was our gunner in the beginning of the season.
6 teams and 7
And then
teams.
our halfback got hurt, and they put him at third.
Oh, shit.
He was our gunner.
So when did they move him?
He fumbled his first few carries, and they just sat him out.
So could you say he's fumble prone? I wonder if that plays a role in the Super Bowl.
That was game 3.
So that was early in the week. So when in the season?
And then he came back in game 11, all the injuries.
Game 11 is when he came back into the first.
Hasn't fumbled since.
No shit.
Yeah. Okay. 6 to 7 yard per game.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And it's not really him. He just gives you an extra boost because he's so young, fresh. But our offensive line, fresh legs, dude. Our offensive line is playing so well. I'm proud of them. Man. I'm so proud of them. You know what I mean?
And the Packers defense, there were some of them plays where it looked like they were sleeping on the ball.
The best
they weren't
pass defense in the league. So we ran it down their throat.
Right, and it seemed like they didn't know what to do. There were so many plays where guys weren't covering where they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Shifting when everyone else on the offense is shifting.
No,
you
can't pass. You can't stop our run. How are you going to stop our pass?
Right. Well, I need to stop the pass. Fuck, just keep running it. You know,
dude, we're going to throw it. Just to throw it up, because they're going to try to stop our run with 8-man boxes.
Back to that game with the Packers where they ran it. There was. Oh, God, who was it in the 80s? There was a quarterback. I believe it was Phil Simms for the Giants. There was a championship game where they had went to the Super Bowl and won it that year. But I think he passed 7 times or 4 times. Look it up real quick.
Who?
4 times. It was Phil Simms for the Giants.
Sims.
They did the same thing in the 80s in a playoff game. I believe it was the NFC Championship game. And he did the same thing. He threw it four times, I think. And they were saying the same thing. Why would you need to pass it if you could just constantly run it down their throats? Yeah, it was Phil Simms. No, they won it. So,
is it this game? This might take a while.
I'll go back at the top and I'll type it in real quick.
I don't know exactly what you're talking. Yeah,
it was.
He had two rings, so.
Yeah, I know it was a real low number. I know it was a really, really low number. Yeah, they're not going to show, I guess. We're going to have to search through a bunch of crap. But, yeah, there was a game where and then earlier, I think the first week.
Specialized stats like that.
The first round of that postseason, he went off and I think threw for 300-something yards and like 4 or 5 touches or some shit, or touchdowns or something like that. But, yeah, there was a game. It was in the 80s. It was I think right before they won their first one.
Yeah.
But same thing, 4 passes.
Because they had the defense
attempts,
with Lawrence Taylor.
Well, they had the running. They didn't need to throw it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they just constantly ran it down their throats over and over and over and over and over. But I'd kind of like to see Jimmy G air it out. You know what I mean? I'd like to see maybe not a full shootout. You know what I mean? Because I think that's the only way you guys could actually potentially even come close to losing the game is if it came into a huge fucking 50-something point shootout, which I don't think it's going to happen. But I would like to see Jimmy G air that motherfucker up and launch it down the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get him some nice 40, 50-yard pass plays. And
think about this. Kyle Shanahan lost the Atlanta Falcons game. They were up. They were up 28-4 or 3.
Wow.
Remember that game?
They were up by 24 points. I know it was in the beginning of the season, right?
No. The Patriots. long while ago, played the Falcons.
The Patriots and the Falcons? Oh, I thought you were talking about the Niners and the Falcons.
Remember that Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And they were up by 28-3.
Yeah, I was
Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator during that.
Oh, okay.
So he remembered.
So he was part of that comeback.
No, he was part of. Well,
he was for Atlanta.
He was Atlanta. Yeah. Okay. Right.
He was on Atlanta's side. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, so he's gonna have something drawn up for that, just in case
they're gonna come back and win.
Just in case that happens.
Yeah, there's a lot of contingency for him.
He's a brilliant coach, man. Yeah, I really like the guy.
He's gonna work with the defense, you know.
I'd love to see him come down in San Diego and try to fix our situation, but that ain't gonna happen.
Really? How about your guy?
You know what? I like him, dude.
He's not that bad.
I like him because he's
Anthony Lynn, right?
Yes, Anthony Lynn. He's different from what we've had from the Norv Turners.
Yeah.
The fucking, the guys that are just like, go out there and do your best, guys. This dude, it seems like he actually holds people accountable.
He's a reasonable coach.
And he understands the run needs to be established.
It's not like,
first and foremost. You know what I mean? That's another big reason why I like him.
The thing is,
laid back. He's not a. Well, I shouldn't say Marty because Marty is an excellent coach, but
Marty's thing is he cannot inspire the players to win the playoffs somehow.
Yeah, and Anthony Lynn, he has that aspect to him to where, you know what I mean? I mean, everybody respected Schottenheimer. I mean, of course, Tomlinson really respected Schottenheimer, but he just didn't have that.
Well, think about it. If they kept Breeze and Marty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That probably was the combination all this time.
Yeah, and I mean, I was blinded by Rivers in that first playoff game when he was a rookie playing.
And now you're looking back.
I thought, this is a tough son of a bitch. He's a gunslinger. He'll tell you what he's thinking. He'll go out there the next play and fling it down there if he has to. And that's what I liked about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I still like about the man.
But he makes the interceptions or...
Yeah, he's had too many of those, man. And I guess his career's over with the Chargers. He's done playing for him now.
Yeah, so where do you think he's going to go? In Florida?
I don't know if he's going to go
anywhere.
They
need coaches.
I mean,
they could need quarterbacks in two of them at least.
He could probably get a decent contract for a couple of years. You know what I mean? For one of those.
Tampa Bay or Miami.
I don't know if he's ready to quit playing.
Think about
or
it.
if he wants
Tua,
needs the money.
What if Miami signs Tua? He could sit him down for a couple of years.
He would be a good person to learn under.
Yeah,
that's
at least
for sure.
At least the throwing. Right?
Solid veteran quarterback to give pointers and to learn under.
And he's down for it, as long as you pay.
Is he really though? That's
dude. He's 38.
He's still young. Yeah. He's still got the energy and the hype in the game. He gets out there and barks.
Don't get me wrong. He still has fire and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's down to the money and then retirement to him. I think.
Right.
Yeah, because 38.
Because at this point, he's only got
just give me the last contract. Give me the rest of it, whatever. You know what I mean?
Now that's another question. Do you think they're willing to pay him decent? What would be decent? Say for what's a basic contract?
Jimmy G,
3-5 years?
$25 million.
Okay, well Jimmy G.
Everyone was like, "What the fuck? He's overpaid."
He's a lot earlier too. In his career than
then Russell Wilson got a $40 million contract.
I don't see Rivers getting offered anything.
You know what I'm saying? So that's 25 sounds like pretty reasonable, nowadays.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think he could pull close to that?
Stafford had like 35 mil.
Yeah. Well, they were putting
Derek Carr has 25
tags
mil.
on them boys too.
Derek Carr is 25 mil.
Yeah, but that's earlier in their career as well. What do you think Rivers would be able to pull that kind of money from one of those teams for 5-year contract?
Yeah, it's not a 7-year contract, right? So
it'd be nice to see him make that kind of money.
Because that's what he's getting paid right now.
Right.
And I don't think he's going to go less.
That's true.
As being a free agent.
And I mean, those other teams need him a lot more. It seems like.
Yeah.
They needed a quarterback for a long 5-6 seasons so far. It seems like. But
we thought that's what's going to happen with the Chargers.
What's that?
Start grooming someone.
That's why I was surprised to see all this. Yeah, because who else are you going to get to groom the next guy?
You're going to throw a rookie up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're going to have.
You're going to get Tom Brady.
What is it, number 7, our backup quarterback? I mean, he's been in the league for a while, but he's not Phillip Rivers caliber. You know what I mean?
How about Tom Brady? You think he can? Yeah, will the Chargers pay for Tom Brady $40 million?
No.
Couple years?
No. They won't do it unless they see some type of upside to where they're going to be able to make that money back by the fan base, and it's going to completely turn the fan base around from where they're at now. But would it really change that many people around?
When Joe Montana went to Kansas City, it revived Kansas City Chiefs.
That's true. Yeah. But Kansas City,
it's not going to be great.
That was Kansas City's team. It wasn't another team going to LA where they're not really wanted. You know what I mean? And the fans from the former city, San Diego,
you don't think the Chargers
going
to embrace Tom Brady?
No, I think they can, but I don't think it's going to switch the fan base, the entire fan base.
I think the Chargers have to do something, right?
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't even have a lease right now.
Right. I don't think it's going to bring the general. I mean, it'll bring the Tom Brady fans and stuff, but I don't think it'll bring. I don't think it's enough to
perfect because
forgive the shit that they.
Because they want to go Hollywood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's enough. If it's going to be enough, though. You know what I mean?
LA, yeah.
Because they've already got a really shitty view on that organization and the ownership.
Draft a quarterback. Get another free agent.
They'd have to win a ring or two. You know what I mean? Yeah, in order for that basic fan base just to be like, all right, you guys are cool. You guys can stay. You guys know what you're doing. I mean, because LA people, they don't want them up there. They didn't want them up there in the beginning when they moved.
No, I'm talking about Tom Brady though.
Yeah, if Tom Brady comes, I mean, some of those guys, I'm sure, but they're still not going to really like the Chargers organization and the people that are in charge.
I don't think right now, what's his name, cares about that this much. He's just worried about getting that lease in the short lease, not short lease, but
he just wants
he just wants money, and that's that equals money to me. You know what I mean? Like he wants that boost. This is Steam.
Oh yeah, it'll absolutely it'll bring.
He needs that.
It'll bring fans in to watch just for Tom Brady.
I agree. It's not a good thing for your football team. I agree.
What, to bring Tom Brady in?
Yeah, might not be good for development. Just go in a rebuild mode is probably better.
Yeah,
honestly.
But it doesn't seem like.
Because look at the Chiefs.
The ownership
looks
that far down the road. You know what I mean?
We went
They're
through
all about what's going on now and how can they have profits next year and stuff.
But look at us. You know, we went through rebuild modes. Like we took
your owners had a clear idea of what the fuck to do and where you need to get to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And it seems like the Spanos just doesn't.
It was really John Lynch.
Yeah,
he was the key. He was the key of it all. Yeah, he brought in those players. Yeah, he brought in those players.
Yep,
dude,
he's a damn good GM. He made some damn good draft picks
because he used to play with a guy named Simeon Rice and Warren Sapp.
Yep,
and he knew how important those guys were.
Johnson, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Sapp was an asshole. You know what I mean? A lot of people thought he was an asshole. But he would get on the field and he would play with that attitude. You know what I mean? Yeah. Almost similar to Indomiting Sue kind of type attitude.
Dude, he slept with the 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Prostitute. He was like so dirty, Warren Sapp.
There was a radio DJ in Tampa, Florida. His name was Bubba the Love Sponge, and him and Warren Sapp were really good friends.
Oh, jeez.
And
this
there
is
was
the Hogan guy, remember? Yeah.
I was just gonna say you probably know him from the thing with Hogan's wife. He was the one that videotaped it and set all that shit up. And he was really good friends with Warren Sapp. And then there was some shit that went down. He was like, I don't know, being a dick to some kid fan or something, and they got into it over the radio, him and the fucking DJ and stuff. But I heard that Warren Sapp had that mentality of, fuck you. If I don't want to sign an autograph, I'm not going to do it, whether you're a kid or
he's just like an asshole
or not. Yeah.
And then like the opposite of him was like what, Michael Strahan?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good
he's
comparison.
Just like, they're really both like Hall of Fame caliber.
Right. Just good people.
Yeah.
But I mean, then again, it's hard to judge Warren Sapp off just those couple incidents.
He's probably had like childhood issues.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
A lot of these athletes do, like Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah. A lot of the guys growing up in the fucking hoods of Miami, Fucking A.
Yep. Okay, so have we ever talked about the Chiefs defense? We have.
You know what? I can only name a handful of players, if even that, on the Chiefs.
It was the Tyrann Mathieu and Frank Clark from the Seattle. Frank Clark has 13 sacks or 14 sacks.
Does he really? Yeah. Frank Clark.
Yeah.
13 sacks. So what's the sack leader? 17, 19 sacks? So he's pretty close to the top. Huh?
Yeah. He was double teamed and everything. So that's why he was yapping. You know what he was yapping? They can't stop me. They can't stop me. He's starting off. It's already starting, right?
Well, you guys have got the line to stop him, so
we're just gonna shut up, like we always do.
Just double team the man and put him on his ass, right?
Yeah, we're just we I like this lunch pail approach. You know what I mean? This is how you win football games.
Lunch pail approach.
You know,
I like that. That's interesting.
Yeah. Just keep your head low, and these guys work in the trenches.
Bring your lunch and your work boots and fucking go to work.
It helps that one thing that Jimmy G learned from Tom Brady is that charisma goes a long way, right?
With regards to your line
team, right?
Your whole fucking
right. And now you can see these guys will die for Jimmy G. That's leadership. That's the one thing people don't look at.
And you're saying he learned that from Brady because Brady is like that.
Yeah,
Brady is like that.
Yeah. These guys, the guy wore his shirt from. That's charisma, right? The guy is so humble, you know. What I mean? He's such a great guy, you know. What I mean? Like I it's hard to hate on him,
right?
You know what I mean? Like
hard to dislike him as a person, and shit.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he got his struggles and thing, and he had knee injury. He had his struggles. He's gone through a lot to get to this point,
right? And
people still doubt him, and it's like it feels good because because
I mean
he's ready for this. This is his life. This is his moment to shine. You know,
you guys are kind of used to that for the last 2 seasons. I mean, 4-12 last season, and
that's
then
why we're laughing right here.
This season, like, no one really.
They really think they can stop Jimmy G? Oh my God! You know,
I'm curious.
How many teams have stopped him? You know,
because I haven't seen very many games of him at all.
You know,
so I'd like to see.
No one stopped him yet.
I'd like to see his full array of weapons and what he can do.
They're gonna unleash it, and it's gonna be great. You know, and everyone's like, wow, who the fuck's this guy? Like,
where did he come from, right? He's been there the whole time,
yeah, you know, like...
That'll be interesting to see, man. I can't
You know what I mean? This whole time, go ahead and blow up Mahomes, you know what I mean? Go ahead and blow up Mahomes.
Go ahead and hype that motherfucker up to the moon and back.
It's just going to make our team better.
More fuel for you guys to go out there and light it up.
That's why I'm feeling it. You know, it's like, I've never seen so much hype against us from a 1.5 spread. Even Vegas is like...
Now, is that still the same spread right now?
Yes. 1.5.
Wow.
Someone put $1 million bet for the Chiefs.
Outright to win it?
Yeah. Well, no. -1?
Wow.
1.5? No, they didn't, yeah.
So Vegas is still picking the Chiefs to win it by 1.5 then?
Yes. It might change because of that million, though.
Now, watch it just be a blowout.
They need to, like, equalize it or something.
3 bucket touchdown difference, you know what I mean? And you guys just destroy them.
Wouldn't
that be something if you guys held them to like 10 points? Oh, that'd be nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, I'd rather see something different, but I wouldn't be disappointed, that's for sure.
Yeah, but it's either a close game or a blowout for Chiefs. That's what everyone's saying. And I'm kind of sick of it, but I'm like, dude, I can't wait.
You're ready to see them boys get out there and start
all this shit talking,
clacking at it and going at it.
I'm expecting helmet a blowout or a close game, of course.
Man,
you know,
man.
like
mano.
Yeah, it's like.
Well, we got what? 3 more days, man.
Jeez. Ugh. All right, let's talk about food items. Yeah, we got 5 minutes left. Yeah. Okay, so what's going on with that?
Oh, for the game. Okay, I thought it was just random food items.
Well, people like this stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're gonna be doing. I think Jeremy's gonna buy some ribs. He said some pork ribs. We're gonna grill that. Probably do some sausages and shit like that. And then, whatever the ladies, the girls want to make. Probably. We did what?
Potato.
We did potato salad last time, so they'll probably do macaroni salad.
Okay. Yeah. Some cold dishes.
Yeah, some kind of like bean dips with sour cream and cheese. I mean, they'll make all kinds. They make all kinds of shit. So, and it's all good. So, yeah. So we'll probably do that. Do a cookout. Do some pork ribs.
And
some good old sausages. Maybe some bratwurst and shit.
Is that like pork ribs? Is that like the cows?
No. Those are beef ribs are the really big ones.
Okay.
Yeah, the pork ribs are
like pork chops.
When you hear like the St. Louis cut ribs, yeah, those are the ones that are a lot smaller. They're not pork chops. They're actual like ribs and stuff. They're a lot smaller though.
Oh, they're a lot smaller.
Okay. Yeah, the beef ribs are fucking. And it's like you used to get them cut in half, but they're really big and shit.
Because we eat ribs in China too.
Really?
The pig ribs. but it's not barbecue.
Really, yeah. Most people when they eat ribs, it's pork because beef doesn't have. I mean, it does have meat on them, but they're just.
I just like that. Baby back ribs.
That's pork ribs. Exactly.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Okay.
All that refers to is just how the ribs are cut.
And then the big ones are the meat.
The beef ones are the real big
chunk
fuckers.
One. Yeah. I like that.
You don't see those as often, but yeah, we'll probably be doing pork ribs and then.
Oh, so those for a couple small hours. Ones. Okay, I get it. They're kind of similar in taste because the sauce, I guess.
Yeah. A lot of it
know,
depends on what kind of sauce you put in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Get those going a couple hours before the game at least, and then
it's making me hungry right now.
I know. I was saying my mouth is starting to water.
We should go. What do you want to eat?
Shit, I'm down for anything, man. You know me. I'm not picky when it comes to food. So
let's just go to Taco Bell. Then I'm kind of low on my funds after this month.
Right.
Taco Bell is really a savior.
Yeah,
for the poor
it's cheap.
people.
Yeah, who doesn't like Taco Bell?
Think about it. If they take down Taco Bell, you know how much.
Because
you cut off his cheap source of food.
Yeah, because like McDonald's and shit, they don't have the dollar menu anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
their McDoubles or whatever the fuck they have are almost $2, and you get half the shit on them. Burger King has a shitty dollar menu. Jack in the Box doesn't really have a dollar menu anymore.
No, they don't.
It's crazy, man. We're just bumping their prices up.
Yeah. But dude, all that food for like Taco Bell.
Yeah, you can't beat Taco Bell. Yeah, those $5 boxes alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, guys, we're just gonna eat.
All right, that's it. We'll be back next time after the Super Bowl.
Yep. Damn. I'm so hungry.